Indonesia's new president, Prabowo Subianto, has officially sworn in his cabinet, the largest in the country since the 1960s. The lineup of 109 ministers, vice ministers, and heads of government agencies, coming along with a pledge for a stronger government as Mr Prabowo takes over from Indonesian President, his predecessor, Joko Widodo. Mr Prabowo has named it his red and white cabinet in reference to the colours of the national flag. 17 ministers have been reappointed from Joko Widodo's cabinet, with the former president's son, Gibran Rakabuming Raka, now holding office as vice president. Also on the slate are politicians from a coalition of 7 parties, which had backed Mr Prabowo's victory in elections in February. And for more, Randy Mulyanto joins us live from Jakarta. Randy, if we look back to those elections that we mentioned, Mr Prabowo then promised on his campaign to maintain most of the policies from Mr Joko Widodo's government. Does this new cabinet, given the number of ministers it has taken from Mr Widodo's cabinet, does that suggest continued continuity in terms of policies between the two different administrations?
So that's right. You mentioned that about a third of Mr. Prabowo's cabinet also served under Mr. Jokowi's administration. We have to remember that we've seen some familiar names now in Mr. Prabowo's cabinet, which was announced yesterday. We have seen Madam Sri Mulyani, who was the finance minister, now the finance minister, and also Mr. Erick Thohir, who was the SOE minister, now still the SOE minister, just under the new president. But basically, in terms of many voters, I remember speaking with one young voter in Beijing. Well, she voted for Mr. Prabowo and Mr. Gibran because she saw that both of them were continuity candidates. Not really surprising, because Mr. Gibran was the eldest son of Mr. Joko Widodo, and Mr. Prabowo was his defense minister. So obviously, through this new cabinet, we can see some familiar names, and I think that's one of the indicators of how Mr. Prabowo could, to a certain extent, to a certain degree, try to keep up the continuity promise.
Well, Randy, you mentioned familiar names. Now, those are familiar, especially for key economic positions. However, he has planned, Mr. Prabowo wants to take his cabinet members on what he's called a military retreat. And this marks a rather unconventional start for a new administration. What do you know about this military retreat?
That's right. It's not really surprising given Mr. Prabowo's, military background. The event itself, the retreat itself, is expected to be held from this Friday to Sunday in Magelang, in Indonesia's central Java province. It's about 500 kilometers away from Jakarta. But I think what's more interesting here is the location of the retreat itself. It's going to be held at a military academy, basically, where ministers are going to sleep in tents, and basically the military academy is nestled in the Javanese mountain range. I think this in particular gives a strong message, basically that Mr. Prabowo wants his government to be solid, wants his government to be unified, wants his government to be loyal. So we can expect that that's the message that Mr. Prabowo wants to, tell the public, show the public through this retreat. And also, Mr. Prabowo has made it clear that he wanted a strong government and he wants, people to serve the country. That's the indication of why this retreat is going from.
Oh, thanks, sir. Randy Mulyanto reporting live to us there from Jakarta.